Hello, Princess on a Pillow here. I am here to do a review slash recap with my opinion on Married at First Sight, Season 16, Episode 7. It's titled Jamaican Me Crazy. Okay, not much happened because it's their last day in Jamaica and then they go to their new apartment. So, really, nothing much happened this episode. But here we go. The first couple we're going to talk about is Gina and Clint. Gina says that she is disgusted with what Clint said about liking slender, athletic women. I said last week I didn't see anything wrong with what he said. As a matter of fact, she attacked his person. He didn't say what he didn't like about her. He told her what he liked. She attacked him by saying, I don't like ginger, I don't like redhead. She's describing something on him that she doesn't like. He said what he liked. He prefer slender, athletic women. Me, I prefer big, bulky men. But I date other men too. But I prefer big, bulky men. I just do. But I do date other men. So what? He didn't attack her. She actually attacked him. Anyway, she said he apologized to her in the room. We didn't see the apology, but she said he apologized and she accepted his apology. But next we see Clint with Aries and Chris, and he's bitching to them about what he said to Gina. And they basically told him that it wasn't what he said, it was his delivery. And what do they know? Why are you talking to them, Clint? Why are you talking to these two? What do they know? They don't know anything. As far as I'm concerned, what he said was fine. He just told her what he prefers. And so what? The only thing is he shouldn't have said it around the group. He should have told her this one-on-one. Then the couples go out to dinner as a group, and Clint stands up and apologizes to the entire group. Me, I'm over it. This is why you don't marry at first sight. You don't know what you're going to get. So at this dinner, the couples rated their relationship. McKinley rated his relationship with Dominique a 7.5. A 7.5. Y'all don't know anything about each other. Y'all don't have any conversations. The only thing y'all talk about is him not being adventurous. How is the relationship a 7.5? Their relationship is a 2. 2. Chris rated his relationship, Chris and Nicole. Chris rated his relationship with Nicole at 8.2. At 8.2? All y'all do is complain to each other, tell each other about your horrible relationships in the past. How is the relationship at 8.2? The only thing y'all have in common is choosing being in abusive relationships. That's it. Y'all relationship should be a 1. Kirsten rated the relationship with Shaquille a 7. How is your relationship with Shaquille a 7? You never even kissed the guy. But your relationship is a 7? Girl, bye. And then you complain that he plays around too much and kid around too much. He didn't help you with your baggage. What else did she say about him? There's a time and a place for joking, and you joke too much. And she was upset that she didn't come to Jamaica with the other couples. She had to stay in the room and wait for him to do his presentation. And your relationship is rated a 7? Y'all full of crap. Clint rated his relationship with Gina a 5.5. I would maybe go a 3.5, not a 5.5, but he said a 5.5. Jasmine rated the relationship with Aries a 7.5, possible 8. Now she know this man don't like her. She know this man don't like her. Why is she rating the relationship a 7.5, possible 8? Jasmine is delusional, okay? And Aries, he rated the relationship a 7. When he did that, everybody was looking around like, what? Woo? Because they know he's lying. He's not attracted to her. He told the guys that he wasn't attracted to her. He said she's attracted to me. She's into me. Her level for me is a 12, and my level for her is a, I think he said 4 or 5. So now he's rating a relationship a 7. Their relationship is a 0. He is not attracted to her at all. 0. Then Aries told the camera that he feels guilty that he's not attracted to her as much as she's attracted to him. What are you feeling guilty for? What are you feeling guilty for? That's ridiculous to feel guilty about that. So then we see Clint and Gina. They're back in Nashville and they're sitting in their new apartment and they're talking. And Clint asked her what is she going to do about her dog. And she said he can go to work with you. That's a no-no. What was she doing with her dog before Clint came into the picture? That's what she can keep doing with that dog while Clint is there. Why does it have to change now because you're married to Clint? Now he has to take the dog to work? See, if I was on this show, I would tell the expert, do not match me with anybody with a pet. I mean, I love dogs. I love cats. I love them. But where I live, I can't have pets right now because I don't have a backyard. My place is not big enough for a dog to be running around. Don't have a backyard, And plus, I work. I work very, very early in the morning. I come home, I don't. My lifestyle right now is not for a pet. So if I'm gonna be with somebody, I don't want that person to have a pet. And if they have a pet, they have to be responsible for their pet because I can't deal with a pet right now. I love them. When I retire, yes, I'm gonna get a pet, but not right now. And now she's making Clint take care of her dog while she's at work. Talking about, oh, the dog can't come to the salon. All right, next up is Dominique and McKinley. They're in their room at the resort in Jamaica, having breakfast in bed. And she basically tells him that she wants him to be more adventurous. And he tells her, I'm not adventurous. You have to allow me to be me. That's not me. I'm not adventurous. So they had a little disagreement there. And I think Dominique is treating McKinley like he's a wuss because he's not as adventurous as she is. Why does he have to be adventurous? I'm not adventurous. I don't want to be with somebody who's adventurous because I'm not going hiking. I'm not going hunting. I'm not even going fishing. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not climbing rocks. I'm not diving off rocks. I'm not jumping out of airplanes. Parachuting. I'm not doing none of that crap. I am not adventurous. And I don't want to be with someone who is. Right? Anyway, next we see them in their apartment now in Nashville, and McKinley, they're sitting down on the couch drinking wine and talking, and McKinley tells her that he wakes up early and he likes a neat place, a neat apartment, but he's not the greatest cook. And in her confessional, Dominique basically said that she will teach him what he doesn't know, and she has to be patient with him. She's treating him like he's a little wuss. Like she is, everything and he's nothing. What's wrong with these women? What's her name does the exact same thing. What's her name? Kirsten. She does the same thing with Shaquille. For some reason, she thinks that she's got everything all together and he's just a screw up. That's how I feel like she's treating him. She's acting like she's better than him. So next they go to where McKinley lives. And he lives at a friend's parents' house, and he lives in the basement. And Dominique is concerned that he's not stable. And he may not stay in Nashville at all because he just moved to Nashville 5 months ago. And she's not impressed with his living space. Dominique tells the camera that she usually dates guys who own their own house. So where are these guys, Dominique? Where are these guys that you used to date that own their own house? Where are they? But I don't know why McKinley signed up for this show. He only moved to Nashville 5 months ago, and boom, he signs up to be on Married at First Sight, and the experts take him. Out of all the people that applied to be on the show, they take this man that just moved here 5 months ago. To Nashville 5 months ago. And he's a wanderer. He moved from Michigan to California to Nashville. He doesn't know what he want to do, where he want to live. He's just moving around like a wanderer, like a bag man, like Steve who married Noe. He doesn't know where he wants to be. And then Dominique, she made a good point. McKinley said he didn't want to just jump into an apartment. That's why he's living into his friend's family basement, because he didn't want to just jump into an apartment. Who says that? You're a grown-ass man. Don't you want your own place? Dominique said, but you jumped into a marriage. Exactly. She made a good point right there when she said, you jumped into a marriage, but you don't want to jump into an apartment. I think McKinley came on this show for money and a place to live. That's what I think. Next up, Nicole and Chris. So Chris he's in Jamaica and he's on the balcony and he's bawling his eyes out. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, somebody died. One of his family members died. No. They won't allow his dog to move into the apartment. Dogs to move into the apartment because he has 2 dogs and Nicole has 1 dog, so there's 3 dogs and it's a limit of 2 dogs. So he's crying because his dogs can't move into the apartment. And he's bawling his eyes out. So that's how you solve a problem. You just sit around and cry about it. Instead of trying to find a solution, he's sitting there just bawling his eyes out. Really, Chris? Really? Chris is a big baby. We found out last week that he doesn't wash clothes. He washes clothes every 30 days. Every month he washes clothes. So that means he's dirty and nasty and disgusting. And now he's a big baby. Oh my gosh. So the solution is Nicole's father is going to come down from Florida to babysit her dog. I guess at her apartment. I thought only women use tears to get their way. I guess not. What's the world coming to now? Men using tears to get their way? Oh my gosh. They flipped the script on us, didn't they? Next, we see them in their new apartment back in Nashville. They're sitting on the couch talking about nothing. Nicole asks him if he loves her, and he says no. I guess she's going to keep asking him that question until he says yes. She's annoying. Next up, Jasmine and Eris. They are having breakfast in their room in Jamaica, and Eris tells Jasmine that right now he's getting a friend vibe from her. He basically tells her that he knows she feels more for him than he does for her. And he needs time in order to catch up. That's what he told her. Anyway, next we see them. They're back in Nashville in their apartment. And Eris is being bossy. He's telling her what part of the bathroom he wants and not to touch his stuff. And what part of the bedroom he wants. And what part of the closet he wants. And he's telling her not to wear shoes in the apartment. And Jasmine is just going along with it. And because he knows she likes him more than he likes her, he's taking advantage of her. And she's allowing it to happen. Next, they go to Eris' house. And his house is nice. I don't know if that's his mom's house and he lives with his mom. But that's a nice big house. Eris said when he was 11, his father was murdered. You're not supposed to say that word on YouTube, but I'm not getting paid to do these videos, so I can say anything I want. Yeah, and that's why he wears that chain around his neck, a picture of his father, and he has the obituary framed by his bed. I think that's very nice, and I think that's a traumatic thing to happen to him when he was 11, so that's very sad. I can't imagine that losing a parent at age 11. And next we have Kirsten and Shaquille. We really didn't see them. We saw them in their new apartment in Nashville, and they're talking about doing their laundry. Then we see them brush their teeth and go to bed, and he kisses her on her forehead. And that was that for Kristen and Shaquille. And this is the end of my review. I told you nothing happened. Thank you for watching. Princess on a Pillow here. Goodbye.